So welcome to our Twitter how-to guide. Twitter is a free online social networking service that enables users to send and to read short real-time messages which are known as tweets. And this how-to video is hopefully going to give you the guidance you need if you want to get started on Twitter and you want to set up a Twitter account in your professional capacity. Obviously not everyone wants to link their personal account for Twitter to work. It's also relevant if you're a team within LPT and you just want to raise your profile. The communications team here at LPT has also produced a printable how-to guide, and if you can, print it out and have a read because it's got lots of further tips and guidance for you. So to get started, you need to go to www.twitter.com and set up an account. As you can see on the screen here, there's also a smartphone app that you can download for free, which might be useful. So if we go to login, this is the login screen. We've obviously already got an account which is coming up here, but if you're new to Twitter, it does give you the option to sign up. You just need to come up with your name and come up with a password as well. So if I log in now, it will bring up the home page, which looks like this. On the left of the screen is our profile, and if I click on that, I have the option to edit by clicking on the edit profile button here. I can change my header photo or my profile photo, and I can add in a description about who I am and my role. If you're setting up an account as an individual, it's perhaps useful to put in there that the views you're tweeting are your own, just to kind of cover yourself for anything that you might say inadvertently. In the main part of the screen here is your Twitter feed. So this is all the tweets that you've done and that your followers have done that you can read. Okay, so it's coming up down here. You can also opt to click on tweets and replies, or you can look at all the photos that you've posted within your account. If I go back to the main page then, Twitter also gives you suggestions of who you should follow. That comes up over here. If you want to look for somebody or an organisation in particular, you can search using the search function at the top here. So for example, if I type in Jeremy Hunt, Secretary of State, there we go, it's coming up with some results. We're already in fact following him, but if he was somebody or an organisation we hadn't followed yet, it would give us a add follow button there, and we like this one here, and we could click on it to follow them. So let's go back to our account. Here we are. Right, it also, Twitter gives you some suggestions of things that are trending on Twitter at the time. Let's go back to the other page, sorry. That usually comes up on the left of the screen. Here we go. It comes up with a customised version of things that you might be interested in, or you can change it to go to your particular location. So let's go to Leicester here, and it will bring up things that are relevant to your locality. Okay. For each tweet, you can see the time when it was sent. So this one, for example, was 12 seconds ago, whereas this one was 3 hours ago. And it shows you who's tweeted it or retweeted it at the top here. If you want to send a tweet yourself, you need to click in this button on the space at the top here, and it brings up a little screen for you to type in. Notice that over here is the number 140. That's the number of characters you're allowed in a tweet. So if I just start typing, you can see that that has gone down as I've started. If I want to add a photo to my tweet, I can click here. And if I want to add my location, I can click on the little pin button there. It's worth noting that photos make your tweets look much more interesting. And if we say that photos trump text, well, in fact, if you add a video link, that trumps the video as well, and trumps photos as well. So it can make your tweet much more interesting to your followers. So it's brought up the button where I can select my photo if I wanted to. Okay, when I'm ready, I can press the tweet button, and my tweet will appear very quickly in my feed here. Underneath each tweet, there's the option to reply if you click on that, or to retweet, so that things that you found interesting you can share with all of your followers again. This button here allows you to favourite a tweet. That can be really useful if you want to come back to it later. For example, if I click into my profile here, there's a list of my favourites. So it will show up everything that I've favourited already, and I can come back and look at those again at my leisure. Twitter moves very fast, so it can be a really useful way of finding things if you want to come back to them again. You'll find if lots of your users click on the favourite button, it's a good indication that the content you've provided has been interesting and that people have liked it. These 3 dots here, if you click on those, you get various options. If you've composed the tweet yourself, it gives you an option to delete the tweet, which can be useful if you've accidentally put the wrong thing in, or you notice a typing mistake or something. It also gives you the option to embed somebody else's tweet, or to copy a link to another tweet when you're typing your own, so that's quite useful to know. Okay, you'll see in some of the tweets that have come up here that there are hashtags. This person here has mentioned us in their account, which is why it's come through, and they've also got a hashtag here. If we look at one that LPT has tweeted, if you then click on the hashtag text, it will bring up any tweets that have that hashtag in it. So if you put, oh, I say it should do. I don't know what's wrong with it at the minute. Let's try that one instead. There we go, so it's bringing up any tweets that have that particular hashtag in it. And so that can be really useful when you're writing a tweet to put that in, because then hopefully it will start coming up in people's trends if enough people are including that hashtag. And that's basically it. If you want to log out, then you need to go back up here to the top where you've got your profile button, and you can just log out. So thanks for listening, and as I say, there is the printable version of our notes, which has some more tips and things that you might bear in mind when you're using Twitter. Let us know if you think we need to add anything into our how-to guide. Thanks for listening.